I'm happy with this. I'm excited about the Kirby pick, and I think we're getting treated to it off rip.
Right off the rip, we've got the Kirby coming out. Quick trade right into the arena, and we'll have to see if the pink man is, back in the bullpen, and if he's comfortable back on the side of San Fran's How Many Stocks. And already, with a couple fares chaining together, this certainly seems like a bit of the comfort that this roster and this team was looking for. But of course, the Rob always gonna hit hard on the backside.
Yeah, something I like out of How Many Stocks' gameplay is he's very strong with the short hop aerials, and the item game right there with the gyro is pretty sick. But that works really well with the Kirby. The forward air is very consistent, the nair is very consistent. Good down B there to take some of that with armor. But I'm just excited to see hopefully some consistency with maybe recovering too. We've seen the recovery on some of his characters has been tough, and a good DI keeps him in the mix. But he falls into another side B.
We see the first stock going the way of the spinning robot.
Yeah, and we keep talking about the Kirby, but the Rob has been, very good from what we've seen of Mango Butter so far. So I don't want to, say, oh, this is an expected win from the Kirby. It's so good. I think these players are very evenly matched in this first game.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, this Rob, as you mentioned it really does feel like for Mango Butter and the Butter Gang, the Rob and the Aegis are just two characters that have consistent success, across this roster. But it is just getting that third win. The Roy hasn't been able to quite put it together, but still there's been a lot of game 5s for this squad. So I think we just have to remember that this Rob is one of those, key parts of this squad's success, and it's obviously showing as hit by hit, this Rob is staying alive and finally gets shut down.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of help to a DI away. I don't know, but definitely good to take the stock there. Still with 75% or so. Going really deep, but Rob's got that gas in him. But looking at some of the stats so far this season,
catches them with
can't
that.
even talk. Getting robbed there with his stock there.
Hey, yo.
Hey. But the Rob is 3 and 5, right, with about a 30% win percentage. So again, I feel like it's not super indicative of how the Rob has looked thus far, because we know it's strong. So I feel like we're looking at two characters on the respective rosters that are always playing well, and even when they lose, it's close. Even if they lose more often than they win.
Yeah, exactly. And that's something else to just remember is even if someone is a really strong character, that you might be running up against your opponent's top pick, so you lose game 1, win game 2, as don't think he was expecting that down special option. So another chunk of damage, but still this Kirby is getting slapped around by the Rob. Gonna have to drop on down. Will make it back to ledge, but still this Kirby's got a lot of ground to make up considering he's still a stock behind.
One thing that's really crucial for Mango Butter's Rob game is that he really loves landed aerials, and knowing that his reach is a little bit further than Kirby's, he can do them without risking into his zone skin.
Ooh.
The up air into a kill confirm. That's game 1 for Mango Butter.
That Rob looked
As we were
good.
saying, it's the aerial game, right? And he gets the confirmation right when it's needed. Rob off to a hot start, and the Kirby maybe still warming up as he's getting back to San Fran.
Hey, we'll give him some time. We don't know how much he's been cooking in the lab, but we know there's history there.
Jordan lost his first playoff series when he came back wearing number 45. We know that he has to get used to.
Yeah, exactly. How many stocks is the Michael Jordan of the GMPLUS Smash League at 0-11?
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks.
Heard it here first.
But for upcoming game 2, I wouldn't be surprised to maybe see the Kirby again. It looked pretty good. I think maybe getting caught by some of the it looked like Mango kind of had him downloaded of catching him out of full hops or short hops and was shielding or going for the side B. So if he goes to the Aegis or the Roy, which it definitely feels like he would, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Palutena.
And it's almost like we saw it as he was loading on in. Great prediction coming through from the desk. But the Roy was 100% just instinct, just knowing that when you're at this point in the series, when you've got that lead, the Aegis, she really is, I think, that ace for Mango Butter, very, very consistently able to get one win in a lot of these matchups. So now, try to shift it over to the Roy, who's had, I think, a little bit more mixed success while still having a lot of those games, a lot of that time, someone that, Mango Butter is still very confident on, very comfortable. But one thing I want to see from our commissioner, give me some more grabs. Give me just a little more nair.
Wow.
And also,
that is
the landing
fast.
counters when you see him
Wonderful counter.
charging up the smash attack. You got to be watching for those if you're a part of the Butter Gang.
I mean, you just know that the commissioner is going to be falling in and countering. I mean, it's a little bit of a pattern at this point. But definitely a good lead. I would love to see him expand on it with some of these short hop aerials.
And Mango, as Roy, also really loves the counter recover to get to stage. And I think maybe go in with a grab.
Holy
so close.
moly.
Very nice.
Oh, just misses the grab after that.
Wow.
Got them short arms. But it's also possible how many stocks could put on a little bit more percentage with this rage. A couple short hop aerials, but no.
Good
Forward
F
smash
tilt to
will
catch
take it.
out. There are just so many of those fast options coming through from the Roy. I'm glad that, again, Mango Butter's able to pick that up, because that is one of the difficulties is when you are just trying to find that kill and you just let your opponent get a few good hits on top of it, but already we're just seeing a bunch of good hits in response. Not quite getting any juggles going on, but still a
Wow.
lot of damage that
Zelda
Roy's
could
been
never.
struggling to deal with. But finally, we're seeing a few more of those tilts that seem to grab some success, and again, those landing counters with this Palu has honestly just been able to sneak out stocks throughout the time that we've seen it. I think is a big part of its success is just being more willing to counter than a lot of your opponents. But as we've also seen in a lot of matches, it can get you started.
Wow.
You can get
Oh.
I mean, the other thing is Mango Butter is definitely getting a little bit predictable, sitting there with the smash charged as he's jumping onto stage. So like he has some time to whip out the counter.
Yeah, Roy can
Throw
hold
doesn't
that for
quite
Roy can hold that charge for a long time, so you almost want to like hold it like extra long in anticipation for those counters.
Good work. I mean,
Mango
a
might-
little bit of
Mm,
a
good
juggle.
juggle.
And the extra knockback
That's
from
actually
the
huge.
rage means that this Roy, who was struggling through the entire stock, has suddenly found the lead back.
Just trying to get a little more damage. Oh, close.
Oh,
Forward air.
forward air, but a
Wow.
great DI. Oh, that's gonna catch
Neck and
it.
neck.
Sometimes you can't avoid it.
So 0-0 on this last stock. Game is extremely close. If you're how many stocks, you really want to close this out and make this series 1-1.
You fall down 0-2 when you've got the Kirby who you just brought in from free agency, and then you've got the Palu who's been, your best character all season long. Both of them falling this early on. It doesn't feel great for trying to make the sweep happen, especially when you know that Mango Butter's gonna have counter pick for the rest of the set. But honestly,
on.
you're really just facing down. Can I beat the Aegis 3 times in a row? Which I don't think there's many players in this league who feel like they can do that.
Oh,
We do know the commissioner writes the scripts, so he may be cooking up a reverse sweep. You never know.
It's true.
Very true. And
It's still
we're
sealed
relatively
sitting
even
on my
here.
desk. I chose not to look at it this time around.
thanks for being with us.
Exactly. There's like a little.
Ow.
I'm seeing there's just no DI from the commissioner apparently, as the Roy just snags it away. I think that's off the side special. And thank you so much, Sauce 1699 for the Prime. That's 3 months in a row. Really appreciate the continued support. And I mean, gosh, has it been almost 3 months of this season already? We started in January. So
January?
yeah,
Yeah.
2 full months of the Smash League, and we're only continuing to grow. But still, we're taking a look at those last moments, and it really was just, one side special, no DI, and sometimes that's it. And you can see it on the commissioner's face. He wants that one back and knows that it's going to be quite a fight to bring it on home.
Is that side special beats a lot of like 1v1s. I imagine what happened to the commissioner was that he was already committed moving to the right, and by the time that side special came out, like we kind of caught flat-footed.
Right, like looking for a dash attack, but the
Yeah.
side special will definitely take it. So we know the Aegis is going to come out as the last one, and we're seeing the Palu against the Aegis. I mean, I feel like I expected this matchup. This is probably the strongest on each side.
I've had a dream like this before.
Oh. Same for
A dream that how many stocks was going to go down 0-2 and then win 3-2. That's crazy. That's so kind.
The script actually gets downloaded straight into his mind, and the only way that he's allowed to see it is in his dreams.
3 anime women. Mommy cubed. Sorry, I'm done.
So on Kalos here, I'm curious on trying to bring it back with just a little bit of just the tiniest amount of like.
I could pull us off track again if we want.
Yeah, the Aegis is already just doing what she does, and that is dealing a lot of damage, taking the stage space, and honestly even just that side special to own it back. And this is honestly just the toughest part, is you're staring down what has been the most consistent character for Mango Butter really all season, able to just get you up to 80-90% on the Mithra, and then Pyra comes out to finish the job. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the swap any second.
He does enjoy the Mithra a lot, though. Oh, it's a quick shield, cannot take advantage of the end of the recovery. But remember, too, the Aegis was 5-0. Oh, I think he recovers. Good coverage.
the use of that.
Oh my god.
Great use of the side B.
But remember, the Aegis did go up 5-0 in this season, and has since then gone 6-2. Sorry,
It's so bad.
other way around. Has gone
2-6.
2-6. Maybe 1-6. I'm reading it wrong. But my point is that it's been quite a losing streak. So this time does look like a bit of a return to form. He's playing pretty well and reading out how many stocks.
And how many stocks? I think he's just panicked at this point, trying to rely on those counters when really counters should be an extra part of your game. Obviously, if you can use them to catch off your opponent, it's a great way to sneak in some of these sides as they're falling. It is a little misinput. You won't mind that if you are a How Many Stocks fan, but you also got to keep yourself moving and not let him get free damage on the back end.
Oh, that's true.
I would love to see some more capitalization on the side B that comes out, like in looking for drag down up air.
I want to see something out of
I
his
like that
drag
though.
down so bad. I wonder if an
Yeah.
up smash is fast enough. Done a couple of them
like-
so far.
Oh, just missed the up there.
And
But the stock isn't far away.
He's just not feeling as confident enough in these options. Now, obviously, with Pyre, you've got to play pretty perfect.
It's that move I like.
But it feels like he knows what the right option to go for is. He's just a little timid, as we do see a counter finally get a little bit of value, but otherwise it's, we're not seeing any drag downs. We're seeing him short hop when he should be full hopping, and we're seeing him roll when, honestly, you just gotta find other ways of taking space instead of leaving yourself so open, as the Mithra makes her way back out, and this Palu needs to pull a real comeback together.
Yeah, I want to see more of the punishing on that side B, like I was saying, but also maybe not using some of the moves that really leave you so like open, right? The up B and the counter, or the side B and the counter, and even some of the smash attacks and the tilts really just allow someone like Mithra to come in very fast and take advantage of your input lag or your end lag.
I do like his adjustment to play a bit more carefully, but
Is it little too late for this matchup?
exactly, yeah.
Give me a grab, down, throw down.
Okay.
Oh.
Or finally finish out the stock.
Okay.
See her fall to the fireball, and now this is much more manageable, but you can't let yourself get caught in, one or two more of those, because then you're pretty much a kill percent as the F tilt lands. Up tilt does as well, and now Pyra is out,
Great
trying
choice.
to finish this one off. She fell on fire from the
so
Palutena,
lucky.
and now is looking for a little bit of her own to finish the job. But if you are Mango Butter here, you gotta stay disciplined. Just keep playing your game instead of fishing for options. As bit by bit, you're gonna see those kinds of trades come out. The commissioner's gonna start to read you, and he's gonna start, to dab around, and will make your way back. Still a bit scary. One misinput, that could have been it. as, again, just putting up the shield. We're seeing the grabs come through from the Commissioner. Seems he's getting a little bit of that lockstep in. Might have just needed a bit of a warm-up from the start. Now we're going to see that swap back to the Mithra. Is not feeling comfortable on the Pyra. Again, just fishing a little too much. Wants a little bit more damage, or just to get a smash attack.
Okay.
Even in this slightly less knockback form, as bit by bit the Palu keeps on dodging. And now they're both the kill percent. That Nair will
Nair?
do it. It's a
What a
clean
game.
sweep for Mango Butter, and the Butter Gang finally vindicated, ending that loss streak. Just how this season started with a win over the Commissioner.